Hey, it's Dawn Michelle, and welcome back to my channel. So over the weekend, I got together with a few friends and we played our own little version of, pardon the bad language, and there's going to be lots of it in this video, so fair warning. We played our own version of What the Fuck Is Up With That? So this is a game that Lisa and I adapted from Critical Role, where we use dice to answer some mostly tarot related questions. So come hang out with Andy, Danny, Krista, Lisa, Marlena, and myself as we play What the Fuck Is Up With That?
That's so cute. Yeah. I will give you all permission to buy all the dice. If y'all are looking for permission, buy all the dice. I don't even know how many sets I have. Like, you can only use one at a time, but like, it's fine. It's fine. I swap out my dice to match my cards.
I love that so much. I was like, can I do the same thing? I kind of want to.
Yeah.
So we all have a dedicated deck too for the game, for this game.
Yeah, I don't know how much we'll pull from it, because when Lisa and I were discussing how this shit was gonna work, like actually, because it's such a great idea. What the fuck is up with that? That's such a great idea, but how do you make it work in this context? So we came up with the idea of so it's everybody rolls each round basically, and highest number gets to pick the question and answer the bolded question, the first question, and the lowest number rolled has to answer the other question. So, and if you roll a 20, which is that's a crit success, you get to ask any question of your choosing, not on the list, just any question of your choosing to any person or everybody, however you want to do it. So if you roll a 20, it's a wild. You get to do whatever you want, basically. If you roll a 1, then you have to shuffle your deck, draw a card, and give us an interpretation that relates to whatever it is we are fucking talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's basically the premise of it. And every question basically starts with what the fuck is up with. We don't have to say it every time, but if you want to, you're welcome to.
If I want to say what the fuck is up with that?
What the fuck is up with that? Card talk. What's happening?
That's the premise of our game.
Say, what the fuck is up with my internet?
All right.
Yes.
So let's do our first roll. All right.
All right.
Ready? Go.
Okay.
Ooh. It has to stay on the table. I got a 6.
I got 6 too.
So 16. Wait, what was the highest? I have a 16.
I have a 16. I got 18.
No, I got a 16.
Are we rollies the first time out? Okay, so we have to rollies high, rollies low. Andy, what did you get?
11.
16, 16, 11. Marlena, what'd you get?
I got 13.
13. And then 2 6s. All right, we're rollies
so
high and low.
All right.
All right. So Danny and I roll for high.
9.
I got a 4.
Okay.
All right, so you're high. Okay, so you're going to get to pick the question.
Okay, so who's low? I got 2.
I re-rolled and I got an 11.
Okay.
All right, so Krista and Danny. All right, Danny, you get to pick the question because you're high.
Perfect. So Krista, what the fuck is up with the last reading you almost did?
Oh.
Ooh. I almost maybe
you tried and didn't.
You thought about doing, but didn't.
Oh my gosh, when was the last time I did that? Ooh. So I have been ripping bushes out of my yard that are very invasive. And it's been this cathartic rage thing. But I got so mad at these bushes yesterday because they're so tangled in these nice trees that I was I just was so full of rage, and I was like, this feels like it's about something else. I should do a reading about that, but then I just didn't, because I love the idea Dawn and Marlena have about rage decks, and I don't feel like I have a rage deck. So that was my reasoning of I don't think I have. Don't have a good rage deck.
Oh, you need a rage deck.
You definitely do.
Clearly, to go with your rage gardening.
I do, because I used that as an excuse. I was like, well, I don't have a good tool.
I don't
Oh,
know
well.
what it is. Yeah. I don't have the right hoe.
I don't have the right hoe.
Don't have to do it.
Okay,
Oh my
so then
goodness.
I asked the one in bold.
Yes.
Okay, so Danny, what the fuck was up with that last reading you did?
Ooh, last reading I did. What did I pull? Oh my gosh. Okay. So probably the last reading I did. Y'all, I'm spacing out. Hold on. What deck did I even use? I'm like looking around me.
Like,
Because here's the thing. Because I normally, like, when I pull stuff in here, I never know where it comes from. And then I'm pulling in my house, it's usually the RWS. So let me think about so the last one I did for that. So the last reading I did was a 1-card pull. It was to put in one of my little, like, my cosmic journal. So it was like the reading for the day. Yeah, it was pretty basic. It was literally like nondescript. This is a basic thing. I don't even remember it, if I'm being honest.
it was so basic you don't
it was
remember.
so basic.
Awesome.
Like, really had to think about it. Like, no, I pulled it. I couldn't even tell you what card I got, but I know I got one because I put my little stamp in my little book. You know what I mean? Because I mean, that's the best part of anything is the stamps, right? Stamps and stickers. So, you know, I remember doing it. I even filled it out. I was using my red pen. I remember the red pen. Don't remember what the reading was. Couldn't tell you.
That's
Could
the
not
best
tell you.
answer.
That's fair.
Love it.
It's valid.
I love it. Go for
Woo!
round 2.
19.
19. Oh, there's a 1.
14.
I got a 6.
6. Okay, so Danny rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
Danny gets to draw a card and give us an interpretation. Ooh.
I got some golden girls.
Yay.
You guys are
Talking about
sassy
the
with
Golden
it.
Girls at work.
Oh my! I haven't used it yet. I've looked at it. I swear, y'all, like 10 times because it makes me laugh all the time.
That's a good one. Yeah.
One of my friends got it for me. She had a tea party for her mom's birthday, and so it was a full Golden Girls theme because she turned 70, I believe. And so she was like, "I got the perfect party favor for you," and it was the Golden Girls tarot. I was like,
Oh,
That's a fitting deck for all of us right here.
I
Right?
know, right?
That's so good.
That's amazing. I would never thought to have a Golden Girls theme. That's what I want.
And like each girl is like a suit, you know, like Rose is water, and you know, Dorothy is, I think, swords. It's so fun. It's so fun.
That's
Okay,
so
so do we like pick the question, or do I
Nope,
just pull a card?
Just pull a card and what the fuck is up with that card? That's what you're playing.
One just flew out. So let's see
What the fuck is up with that, Danny?
Did it land on the floor? I want to know if it did land on the floor.
It's the Hanged Man.
It's
What the
the
fuck is
Hanged
up with
Man.
that?
Who is it?
Okay, so this is the guy with the bald head. Is it Steve or it's one of the boyfriends. Stan, maybe?
Stan?
Oh, maybe
Stan
Stanley.
sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, the Hanged Man. So honestly, what the fuck is up with that? I feel like this whole year has been the Hanged Man. Perceptions have been turned around and twisted. And I have been saying, like, I feel like my head's been in a washing machine. That's how I feel like everything has been leading up to this. And so I feel like, especially with this is all kind of tied in. It makes me think of everything together because I was just rewatching Dawn and Lisa talking about the tarot burnout.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then kind of going through such a tumultuous, like, first few months of this year. I feel like everything has kind of been turned on its head. Like, there's a new perspective when it comes to, I don't know, just like everything around me, like the way that I work, the people that I hang around, like the relationships that I have. I feel like everything is kind of twisting and turning. And so honestly, I feel like this is the perfect card for this whole year thus far. So
hell yeah.
the hangman
yeah.
indeed. Everything is being twisted. And I feel like a lot of it is like you gotta go through it. It's almost like being tied to that thing. Like you can't get out of it. You can't run away. Like you're here to go through it and get it done. So yeah.
I'm so excited to see like what's next. Like with this collective like introspection that we've had like this first quarter of the year, like what's created off the back of that and how different it's going to look from what was created last year, you know.
You are so right. And you know,
That's
because I
so-
feel like everyone that I've talked to, it's been such like eye-opening, like life-changing, perspective altering kind of things. And I'm like, what is happening, y'all? What is happening?
And so
and we're supposed to have that
comes like out.
Yeah.
What does that look like? I think it's going to be incredible. You know what I mean?
I think there's going to be a big shift. Like there's supposed to be
There's a
that
shift.
there's that Jupiter Uranus conjunction happening on April 20th. So that's
Oh,
we
that's
haven't
true.
had that conjunction for like 14 years, and it's supposed to be this big like shift.
You're gonna launch your Kickstarter, and the whole fucking world's gonna change. That's what's gonna happen.
Everything's gonna be different.
Oh my god.
That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my lord. Okay, so right now ask.
Okay,
What's
so
that?
who's highest and lowest next? So we had a 19.
I was 19.
That was Lisa.
You were 19, so you
Who
get to
had
pick
a
the question.
2?
And who had a
I
2?
Two.
Cool.
All the power. Pick the one you
Power
want.
hungry now.
The power. Andy, what the fuck is up with your least favorite cardstock? I'm so excited I got to ask this
I
question.
actually have a cardstock question for you. I'm glad you picked the cardstock. Here's my question. You know, you have been referring to like the mass market, what they're calling linen cardstock, right? Particularly in the what was the moon one, the one that they took the border off of.
I just saw you.
In my mind, that feels like the plastic cardstock more than like the linen, or a hybrid between the two, but it doesn't feel like indie linen. You know what I mean?
That's because linen, all linen is really is just a stamping that happens on the top of the card. So you can put linen finish on any cardstock, really. So what happens is that a lot of the mass market publishers are basically still using it seems to me, with a couple of exceptions, that they're still using a coreless cardstock or a gray core basic cardstock, like art paper, basically, and then stamping it. So depending on what cardstock they use, and then whether they use whether they liquid coat the card or whether they laminate the card will also change the texture. So they can finish it with like a varnish, like a gloss or matte varnish, or they can apply a thin sheet of matte or glossy laminate, for example. Yeah. And then they can stamp it. So it just depends on which layers and what's in all the layers, how it's going to feel.
Linen in, but because it's mass market, it's probably got a cheaper layer underneath. And then they're putting something on the top that's giving it a whistle. When you shuffle it.
The whistle is actually the linen, because linen creates little tiny air pockets. And it gets air moving between the cards.
Interesting, because it's very different to me. It's like a completely different than when I think of linen. I'm not thinking of that. You know what I mean?
No, because you're thinking of sorry, I'll try not to dominate the entire video with this. But like when we think of linen, we think of the indie linen, because oftentimes really linen came about as a casino thing. So we associate good linen cardstock as black core casino quality cardstock that also is linen finished. But because we like the linen and the way that things slide and shuffle, we're applying that finish to other types of cardstock and getting different results. So that's why we're getting such a variety of how linen feels.
Yeah. And
but we'll still get the slide and we'll still get the shuffle. Yeah.
I wonder if there's like gotta be a different name. You know what I mean, for that like less nice, not less nice, but you know what I mean. But
and they're not all the same too. Like I got a bunch of samples from printers, and like all the linen, if you look closely at it, like there's slightly different patterns. The pockets aren't exactly the same. Like if you really get in there and look, it's not all linen equal. So it's a wild world out there.
Yeah. Thank you for answering.
The wild, wild west of cardstock.
I know, right?
I love it.
But
okay,
answer your question. My least favorite is the cardboardy cardstock by far. If it doesn't have any bend in it, that's a huge problem. I don't want to be like I want to be able to riffle shuffle it, and I'm damn well gonna try whether it
Yeah.
says don't riffle shuffle it or not. Like I'm gonna do it, and you know, and then if you add on top of that something that's so huge, like I have massive hands. If I can't get my hand around it, you have made a deck that's too big. If I can't get a hand,
I feel that way.
Nobody is getting their hand around
I'm
it.
like, if mine don't go around it, honey,
and what
no
would
one is
you
using
know,
this deck.
millennial tarot, I'm looking at you. Like
I was just
you
gonna
know?
say, can you name a deck?
Yeah,
that has
I'm
your least
naming
favorite
that.
cardstock?
I'll call them all out.
Call them out.
It's too big. Why are you making it that big? Why is it cardboard? Texture tarot, millennial tarot. Like I have, what deck is it? It's massive, and it, you know, and it looks like a six by whatever, and it's massive, but it's bendy, so I can side shuffle it.
Yeah.
Either make it big and bendy,
and bendy,
or make it small. You know,
if it's gonna be stiff,
like,
if it's gonna be
and
like
make
that.
it small and so and thin. Like you, I don't know. It just, I do not understand how you could go to the trouble of creating a deck, get it in your hands, and then drop them all on the floor because you can't even hold the stack.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand if that's okay. Eco whatever. You know, like that they just came out the little size. They have a
Oak Ash
dragon
and
one.
Thorn.
Oak Ash and Thorn. That's an eco-friendly deck. That's amazing.
That's shuffleable.
So that excuse is now not acceptable.
No,
not acceptable.
Because it can be done.
Make a sustainable cardstock and still make it fantastic. So
it's northern. Is it northern? I always say it wrong. I think it's
Northern
like northern
Animal
animal tarot.
Yeah.
That's all eco-friendly. And now, granted, mine stinks. Okay. But
Danny's deck is offensive.
That
cardstock is amazing.
So
Yeah.
Holy
It's so
crap.
good.
It's like I can smell the dyes.
Yeah. Because I
So,
feel
like,
when people
I
say,
swear to God, it's a Game Crafter thing.
When you-
Every time I get a Game Crafter deck, it smells like that.
Game
I
Crafter
don't know
decks,
why.
yeah.
But I feel like when you call out the shitty cardstock and the answer is like, oh, but I wanted to make it eco-friendly, and you're like, oh, okay,
You
because I don't
just
want
didn't
to
know what
shit
you
on
were
the
doing.
environment.
Yeah.
Like, but no, that's not a very good excuse. You know?
Mhm.
Oh my God, she's literally-
I have a new
bullshit,
mission in
yeah.
life. My new mission in life is to get Andy ranting about anything because this is epic. I'm here for it.
Here for it.
Everybody target Andy because I want to hear more
I
rants.
mean-
Okay, roll low, roll low.
I think I'm done now.
I love it so much.
It's so good. That's so how I feel. I did a whole video ranting about one fucking deck that pissed me off because it's a coaster. It's 78 coasters. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Oh, hell no.
Was like in all caps, like fucking finally. Like, why are we walking around on eggshells when somebody is literally making something to shuffle that we can't fucking
We can't shuffle it. What,
Yeah.
what the hell? It's a
Thank
deck
you.
of cards.
It's a
Yeah.
deck of
Be able
cards.
to-
What are we
we should
supposed
be
to
able to
do
shuffle
with
it.
it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like for the two people that just gently hand over hand, that's not the fucking rest of us.
I
Look
love
at
that
you
for you,
shuffle
but
it.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, Grandma. But it's
Yeah, but it's not
all
happening.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
You say, Grandma, not over here, ball. They'll shuffle you under the table, baby.
Yeah.
All right, you can
Yeah.
go.
Okay, what's the
I
answer?
can't.
That was epic. That was epic.
That was
Andy. I love it.
amazing.
I love everything about that.
Holy
That
shit.
was amazing.
I can't. Okay, sorry.
Yep. Same. All right.
Your favorite cardstock? What the fuck?
Black core linen. Yeah. What the
Yeah.
black
Like-
core linen. No.
What is it?
I mean,
What is
yeah.
it
I'm
that
like,
you
What deck is in your hand, Lisa? What do you got?
because if you make a deck, you get to make it in your favorite cardstock, which is literally the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, what did you just say, Andy?
What is like what is it like the best shuffle? Like when you have that moment where you're like, oh yeah, you know, like what's giving it that?
It's
like,
always
what-
this. It's like playing card quality. It's like it has to have snap. It has to hold its shape.
Snap.
It has to be bendy. It has to fan nicely. It has to I don't want to clump. I want things to slide together nicely. But and the only downside of linen is that it's slippery. but I will say over time and over use, it scuffs just enough that it starts holding its shape just fine. But like, yeah, it's the black core, and you wouldn't think that matters, but black core gives it so much like snap and durability, and like, it's so good.
That's
Even
the
when, I don't know
bendiness
if
of
anybody
it.
saw my cardstock video. Like even I actually tore cards that were either blue core, black core, or like gray core, or whatever. And just the way that black core cardstock tears, like as in it's really hard to tear, first of all. And second of all, when it tears completely differently. Like you can see there's so much more structure in the cardstock itself. It doesn't just like peel. It like you have to like work at it. Anyway, I'm a nerd. I love it. I love shuffles. It's the best. And it's meditative. If you have a good shuffling deck, you can like literally meditate it with a shuffle.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good shuffle, it's just
It takes
And
you
how
out
do
of
you know
it.
the cards are good in mix? Like my science brain is like, I'm gonna pull the same reading over and over again because the cards aren't mixed.
Like, because you get those ones that clump together. They're not shuffling. Those cards are stuck together, and you're not gonna pull them unless you spread them with your hands.
It drives me nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
When they have that gilding that gets caught on the edges, bruh.
Yeah.
When it wraps around,
that drives me. Yes. Do you know I still have trouble? My fountain tarot has got to be years old, right? It still will catch sometimes because of that.
Mine never caught. I must have got a good copy because mine never.
You must have got a good copy.
Yeah, must have.
Don't like
it.
I
But I've had
cut
decks
that shit
that do
off.
that, and it's so annoying. It's like you know what it is? It's like, you know, if you're a tactile person and you know how you get like that little like edge of like your nail or skin or something. That's what it's like with a freaking.
Yes.
It's like it shouldn't be smooth there.
Like
it's a flaw.
I'm the person that will make myself bleed just to get it off. So listen,
same
tactile is like
that's why
a
I just
thing.
said
Well, I feel like that's why we get so hot about like when it's not right, because when it is right, it's like you were saying, like it's such a meditative experience. Like just the feel of like the air that you get off of that ripple, like in it, and the sounds and the like, it puts you in that space. So like that, like all of that experience is how you know what's right when it's right. Like you're feeling everything together, coming together in the moment. But it's not just like a superficial thing. It's not.
No, it's really
part of the experience.
It means something to
It's a whole
us.
mindset.
It really
Also,
does.
when we're talking sustainability, like what about making something that actually is meant to last instead of something you got to have a backup copy of? Like that's the other piece. Like we talk about like it's you can start with a cardstock that's like going to break down and be recyclable, or you can start with a cardstock that's going to be in a product that's going to literally last its lifetime properly. You know what I mean? Those are both sustainable options. Anyways, I can get going.
That's very true.
No, it's true.
Very, very
Tarot
true.
readings are about, it's an experience, and
It
that
is.
experience of the cards is it. Yeah.
It really is. Like people are like, I mean, I don't get it. It's what the whole thing is an experience. Like you go to someone, or you sit down with yourself. Like the whole thing from start to finish is a full experience. It's a full performance. It's a full connection. Like
it's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
Yes, it's a
it
ritual.
matters. Like little things like that matter, which is why art matters, and why cardstock matters, and why gilding matters, and why everything else does. It's a whole experience.
And why we get shitty when it interrupts it. Because we're like, don't crap all over my ritual, man.
Exactly. Don't
I will crap all over your deck, and don't crap all over my ritual. That's
Right?
how that works.
I'm gonna second that. The millennial tarot, when I am shuffling and then I fling all the cards all over the room, listen, the rage that I feel. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
And like the ridiculousness of like, I'm gonna do so let me separate the cards into 3 different piles, shuffle.
Oh, that
annoys
the shit out of me when I have to do that.
Stop.
No.
I know.
Like,
I would
there's
sooner
some
drop
decks
all
I
the
will
cards
do
on the
it.
floor.
Oh, you might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. Like do a big kid wash. Like a big wash.
The 78 card pickup instead. Throw them on the floor. Pick one.
Lord.
Fucking
and I
tarot
feel
rage.
like the millennial tarot, it's like I feel sad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same.
That
I love that
I
deck.
want to use, and I can't use it because I know when I shuffle it, I'm gonna feel so frustrated by the fact that I bought something that is unusable.
Yes.
And then I have to make the decision now, if they make a second edition, am I going to buy it again? Or am I so pissed off that you've made me buy something that is unusable?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It feels like a waste of money. Well, it is a waste of money if you're not going to.
It is a waste of money. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, guys, should we roll these?
Are we ready?
Sorry.
Round 3.
Round 3.
I love it with
Round
30
3.
minutes in.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
11.
I got a 1 too.
Oh,
Okay,
I
1,
got a
1, 2, 5,
11.
7,
9.
9. Wow. Okay, who else got a 1?
I did.
Okay, Krista, you and me, we're doing a reading
Oh.
together. So we're each.
Okay.
ooh.
This is fun.
What deck are you all using? You got to tell us.
I got the
I'm
tabletop.
Nice.
Oh.
Using the Moon Power Tarot.
Ooh.
Wait, do you not have the table? Did you just say you didn't have the tabletop?
No, I said I didn't know Krista had the tabletop.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
The tabletop is the best. My shit's gonna be annoying.
Just the sound. The right
Yep.
The sound,
Here it is.
like it's the best.
Ready.
Alrighty, go. What'd you get?
4 of Cups.
I got the 10 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Okay, so now we get to read them together.
I feel like the 4 of Cups is talking about that whole cardstock conversation we just had. Of like, okay, we're so disappointed by these like horrible cardstocks that are out there, but maybe that 10 of Pentacles is like, ooh,
Yeah,
there's still some good stuff.
There's stuff coming. There's good stuff coming. Like maybe there's gonna be a big shift. There's gonna be a Unicorn's Journey tarot that we can all buy. That's gonna have the most amazing cardstock.
I'm just a nerd.
That is awesome. That is
Oh my
awesome.
God. You guys are adorable.
Okay, who rolled a 2?
Me.
Okay, who rolled an 11?
That was me.
Okay.
Danny, what the fuck is up with the videos that you avoid watching on YouTube? What the fuck is up with that?
Ooh, okay. Videos I avoid. Listen, I don't avoid so much as power through. Like, I'm gonna watch it on 5 times the speed and skip through. I go through moods, and I feel like the time where, like, if I'm avoiding something, I'm like, I want to hear the punchline. I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I don't even care. Okay, so on to the next one. Like I think it's our need for like, I don't think we always need a 45-minute video on something that we can talk about in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing, and I mean, pot calling the kettle black. I will ramble about nothing for a minimum of 20 minutes. So, I mean, I'm doing that.
It matters who it is, too. It matters who it is.
Yeah.
Because there are certain people, you will listen to them talk about jack shit. And it don't matter. I just will listen to you talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no problem. And then there are other people where you're
other
like,
people, I'm just like, it's like burnt toast. Like, I just, like, you gotta keep me interested. You have to be personable. Like, if it's dry toast, like, I'm putting the speed up and then I'm flicking through it to see if there's anything of substance. Like, that's how I work. Yeah, because I'm like, I want to support all kinds. Like, I watch stuff behind the scenes all the time. I rarely comment or anything, but I watch a lot of stuff. Like, just like, but I'll do it like that when I'm just like, I want to see what people are up to, but I don't really want to get in.
But I don't really care.
I don't really care.
You're talking beyond Tarot Tube, just all
over, but Tarot Tube as well. Yeah.
Yeah. there's some folks too that when their video ends, like I love them so much. I'm like, oh, it's over already.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because like there are those two where I'm just like, can I watch something else? Like you said, I just want to hear them talking in the background.
Yeah.
Like I just want to hear them talking.
Yeah.
And like I have some of my favorites on TarotTube, and then I have some of my favorites because I'm a huge nerd. So I like history stuff. And like there is this one, her name is like Dr. Kat. I wish I could remember her other stuff, but she talks a lot about Tudor and English history and stuff. Listen, I can listen to her all day.
Yeah.
Talk about nothing. But it's like, I don't know. There are some people, that's how I avoid. Like, if I can't get into what you're saying, I'm skipping.
I'm over it. Yeah.
Some of it's a comfort thing too. Like I have people I comfort watch.
Me too.
Same.
Yes.
For sure. Same.
Some
Like
of them
I've
are
moved
here.
people. I moved.
Some of them are here. Yeah.
Yes.
I need a lift. I know who I'm gonna watch. Like if I need to just feel like I'm being kept company, I know who I'm gonna watch. Like you know what I mean? Like there's just different, different moods for different tubers. YouTubers.
Tubers.
Yes.
There's definitely, it's a mood thing. It's a mood thing.
It is. Marlena, what is your favorite thing to watch on YouTube?
So
what have you been watching?
Yeah. So aside from tarot, I watch a lot of ASMR. I do.
So does Peggy.
Yeah, I do. And I have like a few channels that especially when I'm having like a lot of anxiety or there's like a lot of stress and stuff, I watch because I do get ASMR triggers. I feel that like tingle.
I do too. I love it.
And it's like one of those things that you either get or you absolutely don't. And it's like, but I don't watch any of the food sound stuff. That is like a no. But like those light triggers, like when people do like medical role plays and things like that, or like it's like a haircut or like a spa thing.
I like the cranial nerve exam.
Yes, those are
like those kind of things where it's like a light and smell.
What the fuck is wrong with you all?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Cranial exam? Cranial nerve exam?
I know, like cranial what?
Fun.
I love the
I don't even know what that is.
Everyone needs to go watch one immediately.
Ron, I
That's
just
the
picture
ones
pulling
like-
us out of the head when they say that.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Pulling
tell
us
you my
out.
favorite. I'm gonna tell you my favorite
Wait,
channels.
yeah.
ASMR August is one of them.
Oh, okay.
And I like all the British people. They have
Yeah, I
the
love
That
British
makes sense because
accents.
the accents, right? Yeah.
Accent's so soothing.
So yeah, so we're like that Americans. We just want like the accent. So
People love it.
the ASMR August, and there's another woman who's called Be Brave Be You ASMR.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah, she's great. Her name is Nicola. She's like she does like fast ASMR. Anyway, it's a real strange sensation, especially with like the medical role play, because it reminds me of like when I was a kid, like memories from when I was a kid where you would have like that personal attention and it just is so soothing and like so relaxing, especially like if they're like taking your heartbeat or like your breath, like when the doctor would come and like put the stethoscope on your
that
back.
would stress me the hell out. I could never.
Really?
I have like medical anxiety. I'm listening to this going,
Oh,
I'm like,
medical
worrying about it.
But they also do stuff like kind of like spa related where it would be like fixing your pillow behind your head. But Marlena is absolutely right. It does bring back that kid thing. When you played when you were a kid, you would get close to each other and you would, like, let me put your makeup on and let me, listen to your ears and let me, get close to you. And it's like, I think that's what it is for me too. It's like, we don't do that as adults. Matter of fact, sometimes I'm like, bubble.
No.
Right. Please.
Yeah.
Too close.
Yeah.
Bubble.
Interesting.
But it's a real soothing. I know it's a weird thing, but
I don't
like,
think it's that weird because it's obviously very common.
It's
right?
very common.
Yeah.
Very
And it's
Yeah.
very relaxing and stress relieving. And it's like, there's some people I know that think that there's like a sexual component. It's not at all. It's really just
I never would've
soothing,
thought.
like stress. Well, because a lot of the ASMR YouTubers are really like sexy, hot, like, pleasing to the eye.
They're, yeah.
So I mean, you know, it's a visual
They're
platform.
usually
You
it's a
gotta
whole
look.
soothing. You gotta look like you'll be able to get close to me and
Yeah.
not smell like BO, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
You
And
know?
because they're whispering, like how can you not think? I mean, like it's I understand that connection because it's like whispering.
Oh,
like,
and if you get deep, you can find them.
yeah. Yeah.
Is that similar to like listening to Boyfriend Breathe
Yes,
and go up and
gonna
down the
say,
stairs?
yeah,
That's the
no,
closest thing I can think of.
Okay,
Like
so there's these
when I
new
make him run up
audiobooks.
and down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the
There's
grunting and
audiobooks
groaning.
with
Yeah,
All
that's
the
very
grunting
great.
and the groaning and the breathing.
Listen,
Yeah.
if Neil in Astarian's voice could do some of the stuff that this spa day, I'm here for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. There is
Yeah,
a
thirsty
guy.
is what that is.
There is a guy. I want to say it's like Jim 5, but it's like written in a weird 5, whatever. He does role play ASMR where like, but I'm talking like good shit. Like he does this Snape one, y'all. I mean, I was hooked. I was like,
I'm
okay,
gonna do this
I
later
got
because
you.
I need to at
Okay.
least, out of curiosity, if nothing else, see them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he does
same.
some
I'm
like
like, I need to
video.
make a
He does
list.
like video game things. He does movies. He's done like the Mad Hatter. It's like it's that other soothing layer where it's like having your character kind of be with you. Like he's done like Joker stuff, but like he does stuff that reminds me of Boyfriend. So what I'm saying is, look out for him. He might do a Boyfriend one.
Nice.
Just saying.
Maybe you can request a
We
boyfriend.
may be able to request that.
I
Just like tag him in all of y'all videos.
We can
and
just
be
buy
like,
another cameo and get him to do whatever the fuck we want.
Please talk softly. Let's buy like 3 of them so we can get some good length. Like, listen, we're gonna buy 3.
Okay. Well,
and then
because we
write
were gonna
you-
do the book thing, right? We were gonna get a cameo and ask Neil to read so that we could put that in the game. So we can just buy like 3 of them.
He could
and
Sandy's
we could do a
British,
long
so
story.
the voice is perfect. I've like low key wanted to do ASMR tarot. Like I really have wanted.
Somebody
to.
did that a
Oh
little
my
bit,
God.
and it was kind of cool.
There
it was.
There is a there is a channel that does it. I don't really watch that one for ASMR. My ASMR is usually not tarot related, but I've gotten I've gotten lots of comments about my voice.
You do have a very soothing voice.
You have a very soothing voice.
It's got a really great low register. I think he would be amazing. I will request at least one ASMR tarot video.
I've wanted to try it out to see, how it feels to do. You know,
Give
do
it
it.
a try.
That'd be cool. Give it a try.
All
right.
right. Okay.
All right.
Are we rolling?
Round 4. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Rolling.
10.
I got a 2.
10.
I got a 4. Oh, I can't hold it right. It was a 14. Where is it? There it is.
14,
Oh, I got 11.
11. 15.
18.
18. All right.
Whoa.
So 18's the high. I got a 16. So Andy, you're high. Who got the 2?
Me.
Fuck is up with the FOMO deck you bought?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so many.
Where do we begin?
Really FOMO deck that I bought that's like, for me, it's like really classic FOMO was the Triumphi della Luna illustrated pips, because I totally fell for that marketing scheme of like only 500. And I feel like we were on a group chat and we were all like, we're getting it, right?
Yep.
And everybody got it.
Everybody got it.
That was another one that we did with Thoth. With Lisa, Danny, we all bought the Asherah?
Asherah, yeah.
Asherah, yeah.
I think I'm the only one who kept it.
Yeah, I rehomed it. I was like, I'm done.
No, I
love that
still
deck.
have that one and
You
love
have
it.
see, and I have the Triumphi. I love
Yes,
that.
I know.
deck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
love it.
rehomed it
It's
because
the fire at the butt, right, Danny?
It is
Hard.
it is just like that Bosch one I have with like the coin in the butt. Like, I'm sorry,
It's a butt
that
thing.
is
You're a butt girl.
funny.
That's what
I'm
we're
a butt girl. I love it. Look at my big booty Judies. I got 2 of them bitches in that deck. I was like, okay.
I don't even know what it was. For me, it's not even like about butts. I don't care, but
Yeah.
and I wasn't like offended by any of it, or like it just didn't like, it just wasn't
It just
for
didn't
me.
do it, yeah.
And And I do, well, I have I have and love the Deviant Moon. I think that's what it is.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah,
that's
same.
my deck
That's
from
100%
that
same.
creator. Not that
Yeah.
like I don't have like multiple decks by the same creator either. I don't know. Like the logic only makes sense on a personal level.
It does.
And I find
I
that
get
whenever
it.
I'm explaining this shit to anybody, like you guys get me.
We
You guys
get you.
me. But
get
like
it.
it makes sense just on a personal level why I like this one, why this one doesn't work, etc. But yeah, that was fully
That was a full
and,
FOMO.
and the Danielle Noel, the Shadow Moonchild.
Ooh.
That
I
I bought
didn't
that
get
at a FOMO too, and it's still
I
hanging
love that
out.
one.
It's hanging out. I haven't. Its day may come, but I don't know. We'll see.
I like both my
Alrighty.
Moonchild. That's my problem. I was gonna rehome the old one, thinking, oh, I got the new one. I love it so much. I'll rehome the old one. But they have such different vibes that like I can't let the old one go, which I've never
I'm
had
still
that problem.
worried.
No.
Yeah, I'm still worried about the new one, you know, and I love the idea. Like, I love the concept, but then I hear from people like, oh, it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. Like, I want it dark and different. I want it purples and blacks and moody.
Yeah, it's not
Some
dark.
of them are.
Yeah.
And
no.
but I don't find it's enough for me to not like, because I love this Moonchild. It's not going anywhere. It never has. Like,
Yeah.
that's one that's just really safe with me because it's the only one that I have that light energy that I don't typically go towards, but it's like the perfect amount of like witchery and light.
Yes,
It
it's
feels
got
like
that
a-
beautiful vibe.
It feels like
It's
a
mystical. It's not just
Yeah.
Starseed. It has that like Moonchild vibe.
I feel
that
like it's an atmospheric, like mood based deck. So like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like I feel like I haven't hit the right atmosphere or mood need
Yeah.
for it yet because it's not like there's a disconnect for me with that imagery right now. And like I'm not sure why. Like I never know how to explain why. Like the deck of the odd, which is a real weird collage deck that I think Dawn, maybe you
No,
didn't
I was like,
it.
what the fuck are we looking at? I don't even know what's going on.
But like there's like a giant there's a card with a dinosaur in the back of a truck and I'm like, sign me up for that. Like I love this deck. And I don't
was
know
like,
why.
I don't know, man. I don't
But
know.
I
I
do
don't
like
see what
like-
you're seeing.
Yeah, I do like those really like I mean purple's one of my favorite colors and like I just for whatever reason it's not hitting me yet,
Yeah, fair.
It might never and it might not, know.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with the FOMO deck that you resisted? I'm like pointing.
So this is
So
one that
sorry.
Krista keeps saying to me. You backed this, right? You backed it on Kickstarter, right? Like, and I know she's getting it, and it is hard, because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna love it, and then I'm not gonna have it. But, so it's the Demon Possessed Tarot and the Angel Invoking Tarot by Travis McKenna.
Wait.
and the
What is this?
so
They're the indie versions of the Travis McHenry decks you already
Right.
had and rehomed.
right.
Okay.
You're
So-
good.
Because we're doing the angel demon thing. So I'm like,
right. And like back in December, and I brought some visuals. So back in December, we watched my husband and I watched The Good Omens,
Omens.
right?
I love that book.
Kind of got me in this like fallen angel kind of like demon angel, like somewhere in the middle kind of vibe. And then we were Krista and I were looking at Travis McHenry, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. So we got this one. And then I felt
is that the OnlyFans dude?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Context.
So that was like,
Context.
right. So there was definitely a Travis McHenry
Every time. Why does
Yeah,
that
a
not stick in my
whole
brain?
other stuff. But because back in December when I was working at I'd already kind of figured out my angel demon side, and then the Good Omens kind of fell in the middle, right? So I kind of felt like backing those and bringing those in would kind of disrupt that already kind of thing that's working, even though, and then you guys started talking about the angel demon thing, and I kind of not let it go, but I kind of be like, oh, that's just in the back, and I'm like, well, now do I need to be working on this all together? They're talking about
Yes,
Tyler,
absolutely.
There's a new mass market coming out that's called Heaven and Hell that combines them
Yes.
both. So like, if you miss out and you're worried later, you can
and I
scoop
did
that
know
up and still play
I
with the
did
energy.
know that, and it was like, but then what if she's got the Kickstarter version, and then I got
Right?
the
Oh,
hard version,
man.
and I'm like,
I know
and
that
I'm like, oh
vibe.
my gosh, I need the indie, and then I go and look for it, and it's like $5,000, and I'm like, why the hell didn't I just back it on Kickstarter when Chris told me to?
Yeah,
Been there.
totally.
All that said, I haven't backed it on Kickstarter because I already got, you know.
But it really sounds like resistance is futile here. That's
It does sound that way. Yeah.
They're coming out with those little like the
just,
pocket ones that
know.
Rachel has. They're coming out with like an angel and demon one of those that to me it feels like you can get one of the decks and it's gonna have all the same information between like all 5 of them. So it's like you pick one set, and I feel like, I mean, that's just my perception of it, but they're coming out the cute pocket ones too.
They are coming out the pocket ones. Those are going to be cool.
Andy, do you have boyfriend decks? You have boyfriend, yes. You're playing, you have boyfriend. Correct?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm playing on the same, like in the same way that you guys are playing. I don't feel like
we're ridiculous.
Nobody plays on the level like we do. Let's just be honest.
Kind of watching it in the background, and I feel like even though I'm not playing, and even though I don't like, but I feel like energetically, I feel like in the same energy that you guys are in, and in the way you guys are doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you have the Notoria?
No,
I don't. Goetia? Okay.
No, I didn't get them. The color, I feel like the coloring in both of those just doesn't really sit with me. Like,
fair.
But I can totally see why you relate it to him for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not playing this game, and I have a boyfriend in this game. So just
you do. Your boyfriend is not around right now, but
Gail's
your boy.
I need to find a deck that matches him. I'll to be continued. I'll be posted.
I feel like the Tarot Volatile would be a good Gale deck.
Talk about
that
FOMO.
would be a good Gale deck.
It would be a good Gale deck.
Yeah, talk about FOMO.
There's probably a mass market. We can find a mass market Gale deck. That's what we need to do.
Yeah,
we should find a deck for all of them.
Isn't there like the Wizards?
I feel like what's your World
Wizards Tarot?
I was just gonna say, no. What's the spell? That's the one. What's your
the Modern Spellcaster?
Modern Spellcaster.
Yes. I feel like that would be a
Gale deck. I know what you were gonna say. That's ridiculous.
I don't know that style,
but hold on, I gotta plug in my computer. Hold on.
Okay, I feel like
I didn't realize it wasn't plugged in.
Decks would be good for Gale.
Which one?
One of the Radley Valentine ones, like the.
Oh my god, that's Gale energy.
You got Gale energy. That's amazing.
I'm so sorry. That's the non-sexy Gale version next, but I totally
That's so funny because like he couldn't be more different than like my actual partner. Like
really
well, that's the thing though, right? That's the thing. It's the complete opposite.
You know,
but actually, you'll get to see so much of Gale, Marlena, because Dawn's
fair,
romance.
Lisa is a lesbian, so
yeah, right?
Yeah, like make it make sense.
But Lisa has a boyfriend.
But he totally has a boyfriend. So
the way that I shoved that candle in Peggy's face was like, "Please smell my boyfriend. You need to smell my boyfriend." She's like, "I don't want to smell your boyfriend."
So good.
What the fuck is up with that, Lisa?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Man, I can't wait. I'm rolling a 20 for sure because I'm asking Lisa what the fuck is up with that.
Question is locked and loaded.
So,
locked and loaded.
You got a boyfriend, Lisa? What the fuck is up with that?
What the fuck is up with that?
Oh, we could do wild magic.
What's that?
We could do wild magic.
Wild magic.
Where we just randomly, Danny gets a wild magic, gets to ask any question she wants to anybody.
All right. Here you go.
Do it, Danny. Danny's got wild magic.
Do
Go.
I got wild magic. Woo!
Can I really ask you that, Lisa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Lisa, I'm gonna use my magic today.
Do it. Guess that shit.
Okay. So I hear you got a boyfriend. What the fuck is up with that?
I just can't with the question.
A boyfriend, Lisa?
I like to say that for everybody, there is an exception to the rule. And for me, the exception is a vampire high elf who has a really sexy voice and makes me feel things that are nice things. And if I ever met him in real life, like if that existed in real life, like it would never happen. But like from a distance and only from the waist up. I really like his chest. Everything else can maybe his butt.
You did just re-roll your joint game so you could get boyfriend because you didn't have him.
Yeah, because
So
Peggy and I
that
were playing
legit just
together.
happened.
Yeah, we did just start all over because I need to romance him from the beginning. And Peggy had him for half of our game, and that was really unacceptable. So we needed to start over so that I could play with him from the beginning. Yeah, that needed to happen. But truly, like at the end of the day, like all the other boys, I'm like, oh, I kind of like this boy. And then like Halson, and then he kisses me.
And Halson started kissing you, and you're like, no, ew.
No, it's like he comes up with like with an open mouth, and I'm like, oh God, stop. It's terrible.
Why does he want to eat you? Like that's just not cool. He's like trying to eat your face in that game.
He's so
it's
large,
really
and
like
the character's so small. It's just really uncomfortable.
it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really
Y'all ever
weird.
had somebody actually come at you like that?
Yes, I have. That's why I'm a lesbian.
Never in my life have I been like,
First
what
kiss.
is happening right now?
Yeah, first kiss.
How
First kiss
do
is
I
over.
get out of this situation immediately?
Fight or
It's a
flight.
dodge and roll. Dodge and roll.
Like it's like, oh, I tripped. I'm so clumsy. Sorry.
Oh,
I feel like we
I'm
need
so
a whole other
sorry.
game to talk about like our worst dates and worst kisses and
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
we need to just do this and have like a slumber party because that would be
Yes.
We should
Like,
do slumber
yes.
party night. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
just thought of
God.
8 stories for another
Oh.
time.
Yeah.
Listen, I could talk about this for days. It's
It's
just
like
terrible.
yeah.
But I mean, I've been kissing the same person for 16 years now, so we got to go back.
I mean, listen, it's been 20 some odd years. It's been a
Yeah.
hot ass minute. So
Why do y'all think I kiss boyfriend every fucking 5 minutes in the game? He's the only other man I get to kiss, right?
That's right. That's right. He's the
I
only
made a
man
whole
I-
video.
exactly.
That video is the best.
Y'all
That
have
video
a
makes
whole
me so
stream-
goddamn happy.
A whole stream dedicated to boyfriend. And I
this
think that
boyfriend.
says everything. I love it.
It does. It does for sure.
Yeah.
That was
And
great.
he's
Talk about
also
what
in
we're
every
reading.
That's
all
what we
the
do.
rest of the games, he's still gonna
Yeah.
be in all the other games that we're
Yeah.
planning on playing. It's still all about him.
Yeah,
We're
always
just
that.
playing different characters. Yeah.
We've already got logos picked for our next runs. Like we're
Yeah,
good.
I made logos. We're good.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
hell yeah. I'm here for it.
Yep. Oh my god, we're obsessed.
All right, so we roll again? Did we get
Roll.
Yeah, let's roll. All right. We are on round 5.
Ooh, I got a 17.
Son of a bitch.
I got a
Oh,
2.
I got a 1.
I got a 12.
I
Oh,
got
keep
I
holding
got
it
a
wrong.
1. Wait, okay, 1.
Up.
Uh-oh.
What do we got? Who
10.
else?
I got
10.
12.
12. I'm missing one.
Oh,
1,
no.
1, 10, 12,
I got a 17.
17. Krista, what'd you get? Krista,
Oh, yeah, I
what'd
got
you
2.
get? 2 1s. So Marlena, you got a 1 too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you and I get to pull cards. We get to do a reading together.
Oh, we get to
We're
do
gonna
a
do
reading
reading.
together.
It's like the one we made the one like not a bad thing, but it's
Yeah.
cool.
It doesn't have to be a
Oh,
bad
right.
thing.
I should be
It
like,
doesn't have to be a
"Damn, we
bad
do
thing."
a reading
Damn.
together."
Aw.
How has nobody rolled a 20 yet? That's like
I
bullshit. man.
know.
That's why I threw wild magic in there.
Since
That's
it's
right.
Since it's St. Patty's Day, I'm using tarot at the end of the rainbow.
Oh,
Oh,
cute.
And I
That's a
etched
good
it in
pick.
rainbow colors last night.
Aw,
Cute.
fun.
Cute,
But
cute.
damn, we got to do a reading together.
Damn, I
I'm
know.
not doing a reading. I'm just shuffling because I want to. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just adding to the
It's a-
shuffling noise.
Oh, you are.
Just adding to the energy, adding
If
to the
you want to
vibe.
pull a card too. Everybody pull a card. I don't care.
No, I want to
can-
watch.
Mhm.
I've been
That
having my
sounds
voyeur moment.
dirty.
I know. I literally just said I'm having a
wanna
voyeur
watch.
moment.
I mean, we were just talking about boyfriend. Of course,
We
it
were just
sounds
talking
dirty.
about
Oh my gosh.
Right. My mind's officially. in
Is
the
it like
gutter.
that one TikTok I sent you where you were like, I'm sorry and you're welcome, and you're like, I don't know what to do with that.
Sorry, I'm breathing really inappropriately for a uncomfortable amount of time, but was really kind of fun and hot. Yeah, that
It
one.
was
Yeah,
great.
it
Yeah.
was very
All the
uncomfortable.
groaning and the breathing in the. I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? And why am I trying to figure out how to save it? Because over and over again, save it. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know how to use TikTok. How do I save this goddamn thing? It was a whole mood.
I just send stuff to people. So if I'm looking for it, I'm like, okay, I think I sent that to Jacob. Oh, I think I sent that to Lisa. I think
Yes,
I
that's
sent
right.
that to
I love getting
Marco.
TikTok messages from you. The best.
It's like random stuff.
So funny.
All right, hit us with our cards. What we got?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes. Sorry.
I got King of Cups.
I got
King
the
of
Chariot.
Cups. Ooh, nice. I feel like this is all that energy we were just channeling. All
Yeah, and I
this
feel
King
like
of Cups.
Yeah. And I feel like we're in a space right now where we're just like fully in this momentum.
We're just flowing with it. We're flowing with
Yeah.
what's happening.
We have serious momentum. Oh my
For
goodness.
sure.
Look at this leprechaun, you guys.
Oh my God.
Funny. He's so
love it.
cute. Cute.
Where's the rainbow?
right.
Oh, the rainbow's at the top. I'm always trying to find the rainbow in the
find the rainbow.
In
yeah.
the card. Oh, cute.
That's a cute deck. Yeah. All right,
All
who
right.
had a 17?
Okay, me.
Okay, Dana gets to pick the question. Who had 2?
Me.
Krista.
So, Krista, what is the deck that you're most embarrassed to admit that you love? What the fuck is up with that?
What a question.
Right?
Do I feel embarrassed to own? I'm sure I do.
Oh, I guarantee you.
What's your dirty little secret
feel like
deck,
it's a dirty
Krista?
one.
The problem is I don't keep dirty little secrets because I can't keep it in
can't-
I have no self-control.
a dirty little secret that I'm embarrassed about. Oh my gosh.
Or like you can imagine being embarrassed about. Even if
Or
you're not
yeah, because like I have some, I'm like, I'm so damn childish.
That's
So childish.
Mm. Ooh. Oh, but I don't love it.
That's
What
okay.
about-
You
what
can
is
be
that?
embarrassed.
Really,
You don't love it, but you might be embarrassed to have it. That's okay.
Yeah.
what's that?
That works
TV
too.
With the really messed up like animals in. Yes.
The
Yes,
witches familiars.
okay.
Yes, that's the one.
So like it's so
It's
it's
so
not
bad.
good. It's not
It's
great.
Chris was like, it's not good.
It's not, but it's like
I love
you know
it.
what? Hold on, I have
Why
to
don't
find
can
it's
you
certain
just
cards.
pull a
Really,
card for the group?
because
just pull, just don't flip
guidebook
through. Just
and
pull a card
everything
for
like
us.
so mode it be, which is fine.
Yeah, just pull a card for us.
Okay, what does it say? Goblin.
Goblin.
Okay.
Now, and look at that
Mallet.
It's like
goblin.
Gollum though.
I think I need that.
Those
Do we need?
borders
Is it
are-
like the kitchen witch one? That's
It's
like
Yeah.
the same
okay.
series.
So like I legit kind of want the whole series because they're so bad.
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that
What the
animation.
fuck is up with that?
What the fuck is up with that?
That it's so bad it's good.
It's so bad. It's good. I kind of want it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
exactly the energy. And I
Uh-huh.
can't like, especially oh my gosh, in
Can you
October.
pull us a card
Right?
though? Because that deck, when you're pulling
Definitely
the
pull us a card,
from
Krista.
that,
Yeah.
it's like it hits something.
It's something, huh?
It's
It's
something.
Pull us a
it
card.
really is.
Like when
Okay,
you flip
let's
through,
see
you're
what
like,
we
oh my
get.
gosh. But when you actually the card's directed at you,
It's kind of shadowy too. Like it
Yeah.
really, it doesn't hold back. Oh, we got Stag Premonition,
Oh.
Oh.
which is a good one. But it's just because some of the imagery is like so insane. Stag Beetle. Oh, okay. I have to just read the poem. It gives like a
Oh
poem.
no.
I'm here for it.
Feeling, sixth sense feared, spooky sightings being weird. Trust in the forest, king's suspicion. Be warned and heed the premonition. I call upon Stag to assist me and harness this power, so mote it be. Every card has a riff.
I am so cringe, y'all. Okay, I understand that everyone loves a rhyme. I understand why we did this through history. I understand. I get it from an intellectually. I get it, but you
Mhm.
cannot tell me that that is not so cringe.
That's
That's
so
okay.
Would
cute.
you ever
very cringe.
stand around and chant this?
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
on the real?
We
No, but
should
y'all
totally
know there's
do
gonna
that.
be-
We should like
We should do
serious as
that.
hell though.
There's gonna be
Serious
like
as hell.
Serious as hell, yeah.
17-year-old,
Yeah.
like little witchy girl sitting in her circle of candles,
Oh,
chanting
yes.
this with all dead seriousness, and it makes my
So
heart kind of happy.
serious.
Oh.
I mean, I would have done it too, but that's what makes it cringe because I
That's
would have
what makes
sat
it
there and done it.
You
I'm
know,
embarrassed for me.
Yeah, because if you can't think of anything, just throw a rhyming couplet.
Just
at
throw
it
a
and
rhyming
it'll
couplet.
do.
If you can't think of anything, just end it with "Oh motive B."
Oh, motive
That's
Oh,
all.
motive
That's it. That's all you
Done.
Yeah, that's how you
Every
rhyme.
time.
Done. Mic
Yeah.
drop.
Mic drop out.
Mic
Yep.
drop. I love that.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Merch. Somebody needs a mic being dropped with like so moted B.
So
we're
moted
just-
B.
Now we have new merch.
Perfect.
Okay.
We have
So
merch.
funny.
Oh boy.
Oh my
It's
god.
like a most used one. I can't.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love
It's one of
that.
those things, man.
I
I
love
love
it.
that. That's so cringe.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's amazing.
I really want other people to answer this one too, though.
I feel like I don't remember what card it was, Krista, when you first used that deck. I know that I was a victim within the reading, and when you read that, I was like, "What the fuck just happened? Like, what does that mean? Like, is something gonna come up and creep up behind me? Because it is weird. It's
Yeah.
weird." But
It's got a weird vibe. It really
yeah,
does.
but it's a good little reader.
Yeah.
That's all that matters at the end of
That's
the day.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to put that one on the list because
Yeah.
I
Oh,
legit kind of want all of those from that
Yeah.
creator.
That is a good.
So yes, I love the Witch's Kitchen. I will say
Mhm.
the purple one, personally, that one was like, this is too much. Like
Too
they
much.
went like where it was like the Witch's Kitchen is over here, and you're like, okay, it's not like that.
I have the
cheesy.
Witch's
This
Kitchen,
is
and
in
then
the middle.
Krista had this one, and we're like,
Mhm.
okay, like it's good. It's good.
Mhm.
But the
Is
purple
that the
one,
one that has the kitchen
Got
one
my
that has exact same background?
Yes.
Like it's
Yes.
same. Okay.
And that just makes it
Yeah.
just so much better.
It's just so like. Yeah,
Why
it's
would
that
you
one.
change the background?
Why would you?
Why would
Why?
Why would you have me
Why
do
would
that?
you?
what's the point?
I can't
I
believe
mean,
Why
that
would you
they
change the
they-
cat? The cat.
I don't
Exactly.
understand why they exist.
No
I'm
one
like,
needs to
who signed off on this
Yeah.
design?
Yeah.
Don
Like,
will
it's so
calculate how
cheesy
many
and
hours
terrible.
less that takes to make.
You know, if it's not
Mhm.
broke,
A lot of time. on that.
Super easy, dude. I could do that in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hell
You're
yeah.
good. Here's an
There you
Oracle
go.
deck.
You need a new deck?
Yeah.
Done. End of the
Done.
day.
Yeah.
What about
I'll have
later?
that to
We're
you by
good.
5. Thank you.
Have it to my
She made
a
it just now.
swirly
Now it happened.
done.
Done.
Done. Check that off the list.
you know,
Yup.
and this is copyright 2019. It's not
That
It's
old.
not even that old.
that old.
There's no
Yeah.
excuse, really.
There's no excuse for you.
Like, oh,
There's
early
no-
2000s.
It's not
Which
like you
is
can
so
be like,
much
oh,
cooler
that
that
was the
it's just-
90s.
yeah,
you know,
that
we'll
it's
give them a
just like that
pass. It was the
Purely
90s.
bad taste, and not like just
Yeah.
because we didn't know better. Like,
Yeah.
we knew
Right?
better.
I think that's
Don't
what
you
I
love
like
that?
about
When it's
it.
like, oh, people still okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I
Yep.
think that's what I love about it is because it's like when I first started designing, that looks like the bullshit I used to make when I
Yeah.
was 20. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, nostalgia. That's so
Right?
cool. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of want it because it's like really bad photoshopping. And I'm like,
Yes.
the
it
person
takes me
who-
back.
Yeah.
It takes me back to that
It
time.
does.
Yeah.
That's
my
so
God.
funny. That was a great one, Krista. That was a
That was a
great
good
one.
one.
Yes, thank you,
My
Andy, for
cheeks
making
hurt
me
from
remember that.
laughing.
'cause-
Yes,
Yeah.
that was epic.
Danny, what the fuck is up with the most trendy deck you own?
Ooh,
Trendy. Oh my god. I don't even know if I have anything trendy.
You surely do. You definitely.
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do. Hold on. What's trendy?
The ritual tarot. That was.
I
pretty
mean, I
fucking
do have.
trendy up
That's
in here.
probably. Yeah, that's super.
That's a
trendy.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was much.
You could
discussed.
also do like old school trendy, like the wild unknown or something that
Oh,
like
yeah, I was
was
about to say like
OG
holy
trendy.
crap, or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like
one.
OG
Okay.
trendy.
okay.
trendy.
So yeah, that is trendy. So yeah, the
Mhm.
druid craft would probably be
A modern classic.
a modern
Yeah.
classic, of course. Wait, let me
Yeah.
read. Yeah, the most yeah. So yeah, these would probably be the most trendy because I don't have the first one that would come to mind would probably be the wild unknown because that was like the epitome of trendy.
Mhm.
But I don't have that one anymore. I do have like the archetypes and the alchemy and stuff like that, but I don't have that. But I mean, I have two
Yeah.
copies of this.
Mhm.
Like, do any of you not have Druidcraft?
I've had it. Though. But
Sorry, I gasped.
Right?
Sorry. Yeah.
I literally would not have guessed either one of you not have this deck.
Yeah.
Wait, who else doesn't have it? I saw Andy didn't have it.
I
And
don't.
even Krista.
You don't have it either?
No.
Did you
Do you have the
ever?
Wildwood?
I did have it, and then
Yeah.
I gifted it to someone. I don't remember why.
I actually
happens.
feel like that's a decision that I almost felt like when I didn't have it, I'm like, well, can I still be in the community now?
You can sit with us.
Like,
You
you're
don't have to
supposed to like this
No, I'm
one.
just kidding.
See,
Yeah.
I have mine completely.
We read with the Druid Craft on Wednesdays. Is that what that
Yes.
is?
I can't
We read with the Druid Craft.
Yeah, on Wednesdays we
Yeah.
Druidcraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I love
only
your-
way it's acceptable is if you have the Wildwood. Do you
I
have
was
the
just gonna say.
Wildwood?
Well, and that's why I think I
Yeah.
probably ended up gifting it because I was like, every time I want this energy, I go to the Wildwood.
There you
Okay,
go. Yeah.
Andy.
That's
Here's
valid.
the thing. Listen, I do have the
Confession time.
Okay, okay.
I feel like I only have the Wildwood, so I'm still in the club. I don't really like it.
I know.
I don't really like it when I have it.
I don't really like it. And actually, when I when I use it, I use this little knockoff copy. I don't even know how it ended up in my house
Yeah.
because it's so little and the cards have, but I don't think I like it.
That's because I accidentally bought it off eBay.
Oh, I did that with
Oh,
Mark.
right. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how this ended up
Yeah.
in my house because it was in a
That was
box.
me.
Kristen sent it. And I
Yep.
don't think I like it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fair.
I love everything about the Wildwood except the court cards.
Yeah.
Same.
I
I
feel
feel
like
that.
I feel like both of those decks. I feel like the thing I don't like the most when I come to a tarot deck, especially having a large collection, is when they change the suit names, when they change the court names, and I get to a card and I'm like, I don't know what card this is.
I have that same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I feel like that happened to me with both of those decks, and because that is not my pantheon, that's not where I'm at. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
coming from either that I like the Greek pantheon, I like the Hindu pantheon, and it's just not
So
not
that
right.
doesn't flow with your
Yeah.
work.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't go. Yeah. But I do feel like that's one of both of those decks are one of those that it's just an accepted thing. Like, you have this and you've used it, you like it.
That's right.
So
I'm with you. I have them both. And I actually have 2 copies of the Druid Craft, and the reason why I keep them both is because of Lisa and Dawn, because the Dawn gave me her trimmed copy of the Druid Craft, so it's like sentimental value. And the other one, the big one I used, and I wrote the
From
Training
Training
Works.
Wheels.
Oh, training wheels.
And so it's like they're
Oh.
like my Lisa and Dawn like OG
Oh.
decks from like way
Cute.
years ago.
Oh,
That
I
I
love
actually don't really read with either of them.
I love that.
And I have
Yeah.
the Wildwood, and I don't really use it either.
Yeah.
That one just intimidated me because I was like, oh, I have to do this Wheel of the Year thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I never did, and I read it. I read the book, and then I never did like the Wheel of the Year thing. And I actually don't even know if like I subscribe to that or not.
No, I'm not a
Like-
big fan of that whole thing in the book. It felt like they overcomplicated the deck when they did that. It just
Yeah.
added so much of a layer
Yeah.
that doesn't. It's so unique.
It doesn't
and
always fit. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't always fit. Yeah.
But those are decks that I feel like maybe I will circle back to that at some point, so they stay.
What?
My Wildwood, my
Mhm.
Wildwood is in my D&D bag, and my Druid pulls cards. And
I love
read
that.
we don't read based on what's down here. We read based on the imagery
Yeah.
when we're playing D&D.
Cool.
Oh, I love that.
So
I love
this
that
is a second copy because I do have like an actual reading copy, but this is primarily how I use this deck. It's my Druid uses it. Like my dice, y'all, my dice even match.
Oh
Like,
my
of course
god.
they
I love
match my
that.
Wildwood.
I
Oh,
love it.
I love the
So
vibe.
that is how I did the year in the Wildwood, and I still, this is where I ended up. But that's where the Wildwood lives for me. That's how I use it, and
Yeah.
we don't base
It's like
it
a
off
party
of
deck.
tarot. It's a pretty deck. It fits very well in that world.
Well, and I think for me, aesthetically, that's where I love these decks so much, because like they really bring me to that fantasy realm, that very earthy feeling, like connected.
Celtic.
Yeah, like it roots me there, and I think that's why I enjoy them so much, because they're so grounding. But I would say those are probably the trendiest ones that I own, aside from like, you know, a regular RWS.
Right.
Yeah. Love it.
That's cool.
Okay, y'all.
All right, ready?
Let's roll.
Round 6.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're on round 6. Holy shit.
Round 6.
Oh my
All right.
gosh, I did the same thing. I got 2 again.
13, 2,
14.
11, 14. Andy, what'd you get?
2.
2.
Are our
Ooh,
dice the
okay.
same, Marlena?
Again?
Let me see your dice.
2 twos. Who both had 2s?
Who both had twos?
Oh, sorry.
Rolly
Crystal.
rollies.
Purple.
Okay.
Is it purple with gold? Is it speckled?
Yes.
2
I think
again.
we have the same dice.
Oh, I got
Are they
5.
blue? Oh, no, yours is pinker
5.
than mine.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
little bit.
pretty.
All
Yeah,
right.
yours is more pink. Mine's got like a dark purple. My unicorn dice are at work, so I'm using my.
You have your backup dice.
I like those
Backup
clear, like the resin ones that have like flowers and
Stuff
stuff
in
in them.
Mhm.
I
have
love those too,
several
but I'm
of
worried I
those.
won't be able to actually read them. Like when I roll
You
them, if I'll
can't
be able
read
to.
them. I had dice, so I used for like damage spells versus healing spells. I had one with moss and flowers inside, and one with skulls. I can't fucking read them. Every time I rolled, I'd be like, everybody else, what does that say? What does that say? Until they got annoyed, and they're like, buy new dice. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
They're so pretty though. They're
They're
so pretty.
so pretty. They're
Yeah,
not
they are
practical.
So now they're in collectibles in little jars. All right, who rolled a 14?
It was me. Yeah.
You rolled a 2 again, Andy?
Yeah.
I'm picking number 20.
20.
Oh, jeez.
What? What is, Andy? What is something about you that no one else would guess? What the fuck is up with that?
I was it's interesting because I was looking at this question, and it kind of got me to thinking that I really don't know what like your perception is of me. So what would be surprising to you? Like, do you think I'm more serious? Do you think I'm crazy? You know, like
The way she just said crazy, y'all know she's crazy.
what would be surprising?
Them wild eyes.
I don't know. So let me when I met my husband, that you'd be surprised about. Okay, so when I met my husband, he was in a band because he's a musician, and he was in a band with another girl in the band, and I didn't like that too much. I was only 19, and so within 3 months of meeting him, I taught myself to sing well enough, and she turned up late.
Did you replace her?
For one of their gigs, and I just got up and started singing with him, and she walked in late, and they never did any more together, and we were
That is a fucking boss
together.
move.
That's amazing. Oh
That
my
is like
God.
main character moment in your life. That is
Main character moment for sure.
Boss bitch
so
energy.
much.
Holy crap. That is
I am
epic.
here
That's
for
amazing.
the confidence. Holy
So
shit.
here for
amazing.
it.
Incredible.
Right.
Yeah, that's why
I'm just gonna
married.
teach myself
Hugo.
to
That
sing.
is
I'm about
epic.
to do this thing. Hell yeah.
I am here for it.
Mind blown. That's
He used to
amazing. I
get-
love it.
in my defense. Like,
You don't have to defend it. It's good. No,
You get
we're
really
here
wrong.
for it.
She used to flirt with him. She used to, and it really made me angry. I didn't think she was that good. I firmly believed that at that age that I could do anything and
Amazing.
myself to sing. And like, I know, like for the first year, like I wasn't that great. Like he carried us for sure, but I got better. And so, yeah.
I love though that you weren't just like, I'm gonna tell him that he can't sing with her. You were like, well, he needs a replacement.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, like
I'm
really
not
logic
sure.
this thing out. Like, oh wait,
Yeah.
Like, we need to get rid of her, but also
I'm not gonna sit on the sidelines and watch that, because that's the thing.
no.
That's
I can
amazing.
imagine how I was feeling, like sitting on the sidelines watching somebody do that to somebody I was falling in love with, and that made me really. And I'm like, no, you don't need her. You got
Well, and that's that main character energy. Like she's not
right.
it.
no.
That's
I'm it.
that's my
Yeah.
story. Like I love
No.
that. I'm so
I love that
That's
story so
amazing.
much.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is awesome.
That wins the
Best
day for
thing.
me.
That's
That's like
amazing.
Motive
not
be.
just to meet.
So mote it be.
Mote it
My
be.
God.
My man.
That's like next level meet cute.
That is
That's so
amazing.
real.
Marlena, something about you. What the fuck? This is what the fuck one too. Something about you that no one else knows.
Oh,
It's
this
gonna be
is
tough
like
in this
harder
room.
than yours.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
I thought I got the better one. That no one else knows. Well, my God, like Dawn knows everything about me. Right?
Okay, you could do the tarot tube doesn't
That's
know.
right. That,
Yeah.
That's true.
Tarot tube doesn't know. Yeah.
That tarot tube doesn't know. Well, I mean, I guess tarot tube knows that I'm a poet, but they don't know that I've written lots of erotic poetry and that I used to perform, not the erotic poetry.
I was just gonna say,
Marlena's up here on the street corner.
I
On the
used to
corner talking about.
I should just like leave it at that. I used to perform ...
Dot, dot, dot.
Check OnlyFans coming soon.
Yeah, right. I used to perform poetry. Like I used to, I was but the erotic poetry, I guess, is probably more steamy to admit that no one. I don't really tell a lot of people about that, but now I've told everyone. So.
But now you've told the whole internet.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
New from Book Talk, erotic poetry.
Yeah.
Right.
ASMR.
Oh, poems from boyfriend. Marlena, get on this.
Say that
Poems
again.
for boyfriend.
Poems from boyfriend.
Oh, poems from boyfriend. Yeah.
Ours, not yours, because we don't really want one from you.
Yeah, our boyfriend. Yeah, your boyfriend's way too fucking wordy.
I don't know how you're gonna romance
His
him, Dawn. I
rhyming
can't wait.
couplets
You're gonna be.
I
okay.
don't-
really bad.
I don't know how I'm gonna romance him
He'll
either.
be like, though, she reads me erotic poetry. Like
He
that.
would love it.
He would love it. Yes,
He would love it.
Definitely
love
your
it.
match there, Marlena.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For sure, he would love the bookishness and the poetry for sure. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We'll have to see how that goes. Alrighty,
Okay.
let's roll.
Oh, let's roll. Sorry. I'm just watching you guys roll.
9. Oh, I got a 9 too, Danny. 15.
Okay.
I got a 1.
19. Oh, you got a 1. Okay.
5.
5. Andy, what'd you get?
8.
8. Okay, Danny and I are rollies for our 9s. Not that it matters. I got a 7 this time.
I got a 5.
Cool. It doesn't fucking matter. I just want to do it for fun. Because neither one of us are high or low. We just want to rollies.
We just want to roll.
All right, Lisa, you got a 1?
My
You get a
shuffling?
bonus card.
Yeah, you shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling. I love shuffling the deck. I just do it all the time anyway, so like why not, right?
Oh.
And he's so bloomy. Look at him.
He's so flippy. Chunky, love him.
I love my earth cords so much. I was
Your
looking for
earth
help.
suit is the best. I
It
freaking
is.
love your
I
earth suit.
love them.
Amazing.
That's my
The thing
favorite
about the
suit too.
Yeah, the thing about the Knight of Earth is that he's gonna get where he's going. He's just gonna take his time, pick his steps carefully. He doesn't want to dump his cargo on the ground, you know. So I think this is energy about like I think a lot of us have been coming out of a kind of a lull through like January, February, heavy energy, light energy. And I think sometimes we pressure ourselves to kind of like get back on track and get back into a fiery space and get stuff done and momentum and this and that. And I think the Knight of Earth is like a reminder to like progress can be slow and it's okay. And sometimes slow progress gets us further in the long run. So I feel like it's a reminder that just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and like you'll still get where you're going. You don't have to pressure yourself to get there quickly or get there the best way. You just got to get there. Like that's the punchline, basically.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Me too.
Yeah.
So cute too. So cute.
Yeah.
And be cautious was like, Marlena, be quiet. Don't say all the things.
Yeah.
Save that for the next time.
I get really comfortable around my people.
Yeah.
It's like you forget there's internet involved.
There's
after a
internet.
while.
There's internet peoples. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why it's so smart that we are not doing this live. This is why it's smart. This is why it's smart.
Yeah.
I also forget what I've said, like almost right after I've said it. So
Same. That's a mood. Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Does anyone ever get people like quoting them in the comments? And I'm like,
And you're like, I said that?
that was me?
Yeah. I mean, like, damn, I'm smart.
Funny,
I said that.
funny. I ain't never known I was funny. I'm funny.
We've had that when we've been reading like our own guidebooks. We do readings together, and I'd be like, "Damn, I said that."
I'm fucking impressive.
I don't think I've even reread my guidebook in the last like 2 months. I wrote it, I got it edited. I'm like, okay, it's good.
So impressed when you come back to it. I guarantee it.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's amazing.
I can't tell you if I don't know if I've ever reread mine since I published it.
No?
I don't think I have.
You should go back to it. You're going to be impressed with yourself.
Yeah.
Because we're smart. Right?
Yeah. When I first create something, I obsessively reread or rewatch, or I used to when I first started this, I used to obsessively rewatch or reread things that I've written, and then once I've done it, like I think it's like 8 times, really 8 times, then I'm done, and then I really don't go back to it. After that.
Yeah, there's something. I mean, I'm not a writer, but I love writing, like the act of writing. And so that's why I do a lot of junk journals and I do a lot of things like that, because there's still the act of writing, but I'm not like, it's like my own shit. You know what I mean? And so like, I really love that aspect. And there's a lot of times that I don't go back and reread. And like, sometimes I do. And it's like, you break your own heart or you laugh at yourself, or it's like, because those things, it's like, once I put them down, I'm done.
Yeah.
If I go back to them, there's a reason why I'm going back.
Yeah.
So I think that's really interesting. It's like there are some things I've written that I have stored that I probably will never, ever read again.
Yeah.
But there are other things I'm like, if I went back to it, like there's usually a reason for that. So
I keep some of that stuff too, because I want my kid to have it eventually one day, you know. But with poetry, I'll obsessively reread and reread, but then I'm done, because then if I go back to it, I'm gonna make changes, and I want it to be done. I want it to like live as it was. Yeah,
live as it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't a question.
All right. Who had a 15? Who had the 15? All right. So, Christy, you get to pick the question. And now we got 2 5s. Who had 5s?
I think that was me. See, I don't remember what I just said.
Hold on. Let me see what I have. I had a 5.
Yeah, I had a 5, I think.
Okay. You both had 5s. All right. Rollies for lowest now. You two.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So what wins it? The highest of the lowest or the lowest of the low?
The lowest of the lowest.
The lowest of the low.
The 14.
14.
I got a 20.
Oh, well, shit.
Damn.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that. We'll do that one here in a minute. We'll do your 20 in a minute. Somebody had an 8.
I had an 8.
You had an 8. Okay, so sorry. Andy had an 8. So, and Krista, you had a 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so Krista picks the question, and Andy and Krista asking.
Andy?
Yes.
What the fuck is up with the deck you're struggling with the most?
Deck I'm struggling with the most. I feel like here I found one that this Lucid Minds one. I think it's going, and I feel like I'm struggling with it because it was kind of like a disappointment, you know, and I wish it's the one that has the little like QR code on the back, and it's really pretty. And in concept, like it should be so good, but it's just not. Like you scan the QR code and then it opens up like a digital guidebook. And but the digital guidebook doesn't have, it's not great. You know what I mean? And it was kind of like, I wished that this is like a direction that tarot was going in, and it was going in like a really good, like where, I don't know, like almost like there was like another level, you know, like that where we could do like more easily do more research and like, I don't know, just a new idea, which I really love. Like when somebody takes something and just says like, oh, how about this? But it's just done poorly, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. And the card stock is
Not good. Not good.
Too thin. So it's that one.
Okay.
You all
right.
sound sad about it. Don't be sad. It's just
It's what it is.
I know.
Poor deck. Nobody loves it.
Nobody loves
yeah,
it.
somebody loves it an awful lot. And it'll find
Somebody
it'll
does.
find a nice home. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, you get to ask Krista now.
Okay. What number was that again?
It was
Number 2.
2. Okay. What is your favorite deck at the moment?
Ooh, so I've got an Oracle deck.
Oh.
That just for like the past 2 weeks, we've been having a moment. It's the Blooming Lovelies.
Oh yeah.
Blooming what?
Blooming Lovelies.
Mm-hmm.
So this has just the cutiest of the cutie.
It feels like such a
Illustrations.
you deck, Krista. It feels so
just-
you.
It's so cute. And the phrases on it are just, sometimes they're like, yes, very straightforward. Like the poll for today was, I will survive. You know what that means. But sometimes they're ones that it's like dance on the back of a crocodile. That's kind of like,
Take a risk.
At the last reading that I did for
Coming in with the
two of them,
crocodile info.
I pulled from that deck at the end for our final card, and it was like bums out, suns out, bums out, and I'm like, there you go, that's it.
That's
right.
kind
And
of awesome.
what I like about this deck is that since it's not always so straightforward, something inside the shell sings. It's so cute. Is that it feels like a card I can pull in the morning, and there's not this like instant pressure to be like, okay, what is this saying about my day? It's sort of like a quick phrase that, because it's kind of silly, I'm gonna remember it. And by the end of that day, Andy pulled suns out, bums out. I was like, I know what this was about. It was like the first sunny day. I drove home with my windows open. I was like, yes, suns out, bums out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Dude, this is so cute.
This
is so cute. I've never seen this. This is not something I would ever look.
What's the card stock?
I really like the card stock. I'm not usually good at describing it, but it's like a matte, like a you know that soft matte.
I'd say
It
it's
doesn't
probably thinner than you would want, but it isn't that. It isn't.
It does kind of hold. Yeah,
it's not unpleasant. I'm just gonna say that, but it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be right. You're gonna feel like right in the middle about it, like
middle of the road.
Middle.
Yeah.
I don't hate this. I don't want this. It's fine.
It's easy to riffle shuffle.
It does come in a bag though. I don't think you kept your bag, which is
I
kind of.
didn't like the texture of the bag.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but it's from the UK.
Texture for you see my I was like I was like, oh god, I hate bad texture bags.
I don't feel like it's that bad, but yeah.
That's so cute.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
good. And
cute.
it's just like one that you
Alright, what
you
are
think
the
about
cards?
through the day.
Oh my goodness, love it.
Oh my god.
And she's coming out with a tarot. soon.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, cute.
I
That
love
one
a
is
good novel.
And that's pretty
Mhm.
cute.
That's pretty
That
cute.
is cute.
Oh my goodness. Who rolled a 20, y'all? Who was that?
That was
me.
Marlena.
Okay, so
What
you
does it
get a
mean?
wild question. Any one of your choice or every one of your choice or anything.
Oh,
Not from the list.
Yeah.
not from the list. Anything.
Not from the list.
And
Anything.
does it have to
Any-
be tarot related? It should be.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Whatever.
Oh,
it's
no.
whatever. It's wild card, man. You can do whatever you want.
I don't know what to do. This is too much.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Hi.
hi, Lisa. Lisa's like, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Snap.
She's gonna be-
Yeah, I know what you're asking. I'm out of here.
I'm done.
something too spicy that's coming.
No, you're gonna ask about the
Good, it gives me a second to think.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
That was hilarious. That was
Hello.
hilarious.
That was perfect timing.
That was perfect timing.
I just had an internet thing.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
seriously, if that shit happens later, we're gonna have issues because it's gonna be
I'll
me
be
fighting a
there,
whole
it'll be
fucking
fine.
vampire horde.
Woo!
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Look, she's getting all the kinks out right now.
Yeah, get it all out. All right, Marlon, what's your question?
All right. I don't know why, but I'm thinking like something popped in my brain that's like more serious than like funny. Sorry.
Okay.
Usually
That's
I try
okay.
to bring like the humor. So what I want everybody to answer this. So what is the most impactful like experience with tarot that you've had recently, like in the last few days or week or so, I want to say? And it doesn't have to be a reading. It could be like something you saw or a reading you did for somebody else or for yourself or something tarot related, an idea you had, whatever.
I have one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So for me, something that was really impactful, I did the other day with my Mystic fam. I like to do tarot activities. So like I'll use books, I'll use prompts from Pinterest. I love finding a prompt and then like sitting with a specific deck or a specific energy and kind of like going through it, whatever. And the other day I did one where I pulled a card from a deck. I used the Uncommon Tarot, and whatever card I pulled, I went through Drea Bloom's tarot journal.
Yeah.
And I found the card. And with that exercise, you find a quote that embodies the feeling of the card. So it's like whatever deck you use, that's going to change.
Yeah.
Right. And so it was a really intense exercise because I picked the Queen of Cups and it was like a random choosing, but I had been talking about like the Queen of Cups versus the Queen of Fire. Lisa's, I saw her face, like she knows the whole moment. Like it just so happened, it just so happened that I picked the Queen of Cups. So like I got to like look at that card and then find a quote that made me feel what that card made me feel, and then answer these 3 questions, not only for myself as myself, because they're like really exploratory questions.
Yeah.
Then I answered it for myself, and then I related it to what I was seeing in the card and what I feel like she would represent in that state.
Damn.
And kind of like how that connected. And to me, the way that that was set up, and it was 3 questions, you guys, like 3 questions, but it felt like I had sat with this for hours. Like just the way that it impacted how I thought about that particular card and that particular deck and how that tied with me was like really impactful. And
did you
so
record
like,
this for your members? Did you?
I did. It's on my membership.
Because I want to watch it.
Because like it was like, but I'm like telling everybody about it because like I feel like it's such an awesome way to get in touch with that intuitive side, to get in touch with yourself, to have that psychological moment, to have the traditional moment where you're trying to tie these things together. It's like an all around practice. And like, it really impacted me in a way that like, I feel like I want to add that in more often.
What was the quote?
Yeah, what was the quote?
Oh God.
Or you don't have to tell us if it's for your members.
No. I'm trying to remember where I wrote it. It's in, I'm like, what did I write it in? But I wrote it in my
doing quotes for the Deck and Walk thumbnails. So from
quotes
songs.
are my I love
from a song. Did yours come from a song? Or
no, it didn't. But a lot of mine usually do because like I'm a music fanatic. So it's in here. I throw it in here because it's my commonplace journal, but then I can never find anything. Oh, okay. So for this one, for the Queen of Cups, for the Uncommon Tarot, I chose the devil whispered in my ear, "You're not strong enough to withstand the storm. Today I whispered in the devil's ear, I am the storm."
Damn.
I just got literal goosebumps.
Boom. Like it was my, and wait. Y'all have to see, like, there's a like having it, the uncommon tarot, like it just, the whole vibe. There she is.
I need to see the card now. No. Oh my
That's
God.
great.
But like she also has like the Immaculate Heart, you know, like the
Sacred Heart.
The Sacred Heart.
Mm.
And so when I read that quote, I was like, oh, done. And then having like the rain, the water, the storm, the this, that, and the, like, I'm telling you, it was so impactful. I was like, holy crap.
Where did that
like,
quote come from? Is it a book you're reading?
I pulled up, well, I sat with it and I was like, well, she kind of feels like a little bit like that Mary Mother Goddess energy. So like I kind of started from there. I pulled up some stuff on like Pinterest and Google, like, you know, goddess quotes and this, that, and the other. And it was through, I think, Pinterest.
Kinda like techno bibliomancy kind of.
Yes. And like I'm just flipping through and reading. I'm like, what feels like her? What feels like her? And I saw that pop up and the devil kind of like caught my eye. And I was like, wait a second. I said, you know, that she felt a little bit like that mother goddess kind of energy. So that kind of flows with that. And it just appeared. So it was like, it was such a cool thing to go and hunt for that feeling that she brought. So yeah, that would be mine.
That's
great.
wild.
So much fun, y'all.
Oh my God. Okay, I have one. I had to go get the deck for it though. Because this happened just day before yesterday. Dawn can probably tell me because I like glided her immediately. It was like, look, this happened. I got in the Sylvankind Oracle. And I just was like taking a look at it. And when I tell you this deck like completely blew me away, but I was just like a few cards in. It's like all these suits. And the first suit is like the red suit. And I got to the last card in the red suit and I literally started crying. Just going to show you the card. It was just like, it was a lot, but it is called Presence. And it just hit me in my gut, that feeling of connecting to something that's gone. And like, I can't even look at it right now. I was just like, holy crap. And that's never happened to me before that I can remember. I mean, maybe I've talked about it. I don't think that's ever happened where I've just been like, you know, looking at a new deck, taking it in, just kind of going through the cards. And it wasn't like, I mean, the card right before it was really cool too, because it was really potent, called Commitment. Oh,
wow.
Anyways, but I've never had just on flip through a card make me cry like that. Like it's one thing when you're doing a reading, like
right.
But like this just felt like there was so much raw emotion in it. Like this tree being cut down and like, oh, I just can't. It was just a whole thing.
Wow.
Really, really powerful. So yeah, that was cool. That just happened to be in the last week. So that just worked out. But I've never had that happen before. It's a beautiful Oracle deck. I cannot wait to get to know that. It's gorgeous.
Sylvankind, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Sylvankind. It's by Gregory White. He did the deck that had the cutouts that were shaped like animals and had nature scenes in them. I don't know if you ever saw that. But it's like this is really, it's all like kind of tree spirit. It's got like an ecological bent, but it's absolutely like the keywords are so good, and it's got like dark keywords and lighter keywords and like delusion. Like it's and it's all very tree spirity. And
is that what Sylvankind means? Is that like a type
I have
of...
no clue because I just got this in. No idea.
Sorry.
Maybe. But there's like a bit of
Sylvan is a type of tree spirit, aren't they?
It must be. Yeah. I don't know if he says in here, but
I think so.
Yeah.
I've never heard that term before, so I didn't know.
No, I hadn't either.
Cool.
I just
It's pretty.
I don't know. It blew me away though. And the whole deck is like that. Like it's just really, you can tell this is somebody that cares like a lot about the messages that they wanted to put in the deck. And it's so good. Anyway, that was mine.
I like it.
Right. I can do mine. Mine was a member related video thingy too. Because mine this week I started doing where the members pick my content and I do the roll the D100.
Yeah.
And I went into that with no fucking clue of what I was going to be doing or what I was going to be talking about, because I have a numbered list that my members gave me suggestions. We keep adding to it. I roll a D100 and whatever number comes up, that's the video I make. So doing that experience, and then the actual prompt was
talk about your favorite card in depth. Well, because I'm extra, I picked 3 cards and I picked from 3 different decks, right? And then I was comparing them all. And I made this comparison in the video and in my brain between the Queen of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, how the 9 of Pentacles is what the Queen is trying to create. That's the ultimate. That's the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a whole moment. There was that, but it was also just this whole idea of really going into sitting down with tarot and not having a clue of what I'm going to do and letting it be like we're doing here. Random roll of the dice. And here's because there's no prep. I can't prep for that. I can't plan for it. It's I roll the dice and I do what it is. So it's all very like
organic.
It's very organic. Unlike making a video in general is more, they're organic, but they are more planned out. Like I have an idea of what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to show, whatever. It's like I have decks out and stuff like this. This was like, I had to think about what decks do I want to pull out and what cards do I want to talk about. So that was really cool because it was just a different way of approaching not only making content, but doing tarot in the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I was literally about to say that. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like the most fun way to do content.
It really was.
Yeah.
Because I'm never like, once I know what I'm going to talk about, I'm fine. Like I can spew off whatever. But like sometimes just sitting, I glide Lisa about this all the time. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. I don't have nothing to talk about right now. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But like just having, again, that Russian roulette kind of vibe where you just kind of roll the dice and see where you go and be like, all right, here's what we're doing.
I got dice going on in so many different aspects of my life now.
I've been doing that again with the way that I've been studying tarot. I've been doing those kind of activities and stuff, like playing with my decks and like doing things outside the box and not just doing plain readings. And like, I feel like that's where my brain is going right now, where it's like, yes, I do my readings. I do them for my clients and for myself. But like when I want to be with my tarot, I want to play.
Yeah.
Like I want to have fun. I want this to be fun.
Yeah.
And so like I like those ideas of like having a list and just like rolling the dice and going for it. Like doing stuff like this. This is so much fun.
It's like in the fellowship this month we have the wild magic. I don't know if any of y'all have done the wild magic yet, but you roll the dice and I have this wacky ass list of things. And some of it is like somebody's thinking about you today. They're going to think about you all day long. And some of it is reshuffle your whole reading and pull another one. That whole idea of letting
chaos
in that spontaneity, chaos. Yeah, it's absolutely chaos. Also spontaneity.
Yeah, it's chaos. Yeah. It's like inviting something to shake up any stagnation, right? So that's the beauty of the randomness of it. I mean, I think that's in a lot of ways that's what draws us to divination in the first place. Is that that unknown element that we want to play with. We want to engage with the unknown. That's why we're doing this.
And the randomness, like it's never the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's never the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, like you said, that's what draws us there. And so like just the idea of playing that way to utilize our decks and know how we feel, because I feel like that also, like people are like, well, you're just playing with them. But like, I mean, number one, it's my deck, fuck you. But but on the other aspect of it, it's like, but that's what gets my intuition going when I have a client sitting in front of me that says, you know, like, this is what I'm going through. And I'm like, I know the exact deck we need. Because I've already played with that energy. That's how I know my energy. That's how I work with my deck. So I know when someone's in front of me, that feeling is for that deck. And so that's what I need. And so like, I feel like it's a way of getting to know your tools in the same way that if you get a skill saw, you're going to use it until you know it in and out. You know when something's wrong, you know when you need a new blade. Same idea. You know?
Absolutely.
And play is so insightful too. I always think about the fact that like they have play therapy for children, because just watching how they play tells you so much about what's going on inside of them, that like whenever I find myself being like, oh my gosh, I'm just like playing right now. I was like, well, no, what is this play telling me about the background?
Yes, where you
There's
are.
something we said for
Yeah.
the power of play, like in general. Like, yeah, like absolutely. Like what comes out of that space? What comes out of that space when you let your guard down and you be in your vulnerable self and you explore? And that's what
And your
play is, right?
imagination feels like it starts coming back. That's when it's like, oh, I'm not creative anymore because you're not playing anymore. There's no space for that. And I feel like the more that I'm playing, the more creative I'm becoming.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like Dawn, I feel like we've talked about this before a lot with like creative projects and things that we've been working on. Like, oh, but that's not the real thing because I'm just playing.
I'm just playing. That's my go-to every time. It's not real because I'm just playing.
Yeah. And then it becomes, but then it becomes, you know, it can become real.
It
or
becomes
that is
real.
That's what happened with Pear Tree Court.
Yes.
That was a nervous energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. That was nervous energy. I was just playing.
Yeah.
And you made a gorgeous deck out of that.
And I made it just a little, but that's where the best things come out of. It's like that was my outlet. Something pegged in my head and I was like, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to play around with it.
We forget as adults that play is still a thing we can do. And
well, look how we got out of burnout. We got out of burnout by playing.
By playing.
That's how
I guess I'm lucky because I work with kids, so I get to play a lot.
You get to play a lot. But look how imaginative you are, and look how like you can always tell because the way that like I feel like I can see you thinking all the time. Like you know, like those wheels are always turning because you're around that kind of wild, chaotic energy. It's fun.
Mine is from the fellowship. I did a reading and I feel like it was the one for like last Wednesday where you're like picking someone who was like coming out of the that was blocking your way. And
the obstacle one. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. With the Crystal, what is it? The murderers, madmen, and
murder. Yeah.
Murderers, madmen.
And I don't use jumpers, and so I shuffled, and one card came out in its natural way, and then the other one like flew out. So I was like, "Oh my god, whatever, fine."
That's how I feel about jumpers.
Yeah. So I read the entry on the first guy, and he was like this magician who had this mirror that was like a black thing and it was supposed to like be magical, and in this mirror was this like Aztec. It was supposed to be Aztec, that's why it was magical, and it said the day is born. Old Flipper Flopper that came out was this Aztec guy that had died like just 20 years previously to when the other guy had lived. So that's the guy living in his mirror. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with that information, but I feel like nobody knows it.
Fascinating.
That's something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
Wow.
That's a trip.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
amazing. You'll have to keep us posted on what you do with that.
Follow up on
that.
Yeah.
And if you look in the Discord, I posted a picture of that reading because I did like a painting around it, and then I stuck the head of the guy like with this mirror, and I stuck the little tiny guy that's like actually in the mirror. So somewhere out in the world, like I put it on the internet now, so maybe somebody will find it and like it'll mean
so cool.
That's so cool.
That is
I love that. Love that.
I really hate that though, when I feel like the universe gives you information and like it's like
like what
what to do with
that,
where
like,
it should go. Well, thank you very much. I'm so glad I now know to use the red one.
Yeah.
And then so that was one of those where it's like, oh, like that seems really important. I don't know what you want me to
That's
do.
significant.
Needs to hear it, but someone needs to. They're going to find it one day.
Yeah.
Oh my
Krista,
God.
what was your moment?
So mine actually involves the aforementioned deck. Blooming Island. So
not sponsored by Blooming
not sponsored. So something I've been playing around with lately is using mantras to kind of pull myself out of like anxious moments or especially shame spirals.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it was Andy that suggested using this because I was like, I need something that's kind of like I can remember. And so I gave that a try this week using this deck of like, I don't really know even what was happening, but I was in this really intense like self-shaming spiral. I was like, okay. And usually it's hard for me to pull cards in that moment, but I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a try because that's what I said I was going to do.
Yeah. Good on you, because I'd have been like, nah.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Usually I am, but I was like, well, at least this is cute. It'll make me feel better because it's cute.
At least it's cute. Yeah.
But I got this card and it says the incredible nonsense of being. And it was like this perfect thing of I was in this like self-shaming thing and like the incredible nonsense of being. It's like I just kept repeating that to myself as I did, it just started to like make sense of whatever it was I was shaming myself about. It was like, what nonsense that is that I'm caring about that right now. And like that it was all these different directions of like the nonsense of being of like that, you know.
It's a great phrase.
That is really great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy this deck
You
now,
are
right?
really
Is that what's
selling
happening?
this deck to me. Like I'm legit.
I'm buying it.
Like it may be in my Etsy cart right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be here.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's so good. And just it gives those perfect little phrases that like I can remember that, which I usually
Such
cannot.
a good turn of phrase, man.
That
I
is
feel
so
like that's
good. Yeah.
play on the unbearable lightness of being, which I have tattooed on me, and it's one of my favorite books ever. So that's what that seems like. It's like it doesn't mean like it doesn't mean anything. Like that's what the whole philosophy is like what means anything, like what is of value at all in general. Like that's so cool. I love that a lot.
Right. It just put me back in this space of like, all right, instead of, you know, having this moment, like I can just exist and be silly for a little bit. I can just float around here for a second.
It seems like it's very good at like it's really getting grounded back in that moment. That's such a wise decision. Man.
So good when you're just taking yourself too fucking seriously.
Yes.
Like stop. Like seriously, just stop.
That's amazing.
Just stop. Yes. I love that. That's like the epitome of me. I'm like, it's girl, chill out. Ain't nothing that serious.
Right,
I feel like we all like get so in our own heads and create this dialogue that everything feels like the end of the world, like everything is against us, everything is going wrong, everything, and it could literally like switch like just that. All you need is to see this stupid sloth face, like
stupid sloth.
You're like,
Yes.
oh my God, everything's fine.
It's like a light switch, though. It's like, oh. That's exactly what I need.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man.
And I feel like it's almost like that thing, like just having that voice of like, I get you. I know it's shit. And you're like, oh, great. Like you get like that. So it's fine. It's fine. We all know. Like
it's that your weird sees my weird.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like it's okay to not be serious. Like, I feel like I was, especially in my like, I mean, obviously late teens, early 20s, who isn't fucking carefree? But like, I was such a like, I was just happy all the time, man.
Yeah.
I was just so happy-go-lucky.
At that age, I wasn't happy.
I was gonna say
I was so like I was just, it was no big deal. But I guess that's part of my personality too. I usually let things kind of roll. So like, it was all like, whatever, man. I got like $20 for 2 weeks. It's gonna be fine, man. It's
gonna be fine. Yeah,
everything is cool. And now I'm just like, everything is like Chicken Little. The sky is falling. I'm like, bro, calm down. Like, do you know what kind of gangster stuff you were doing? Living on ramen noodles, 1 pack for like 2 weeks, girl. You got it.
You can take this. Oh my God,
you're good. You'll get coffee in 20 minutes instead of 10. You can relax.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Answer your own question too.
Yes. Answer your own question.
it has to be, well, I've been sitting here thinking about it, but it has to be finishing the deck and walk recently. And like,
Yeah.
I know, so like, I knew that I started the deck and walk with the 2 of Wands and was going to end the deck and walk with the 10 of Cups. But until like I really looked at those 2 cards together,
Yeah.
it didn't really come together on having done that whole full circle. And then realizing that like over the course of the year, over the course of the last couple of years, like what community really means to me now in this space. Like I'm gonna be squishy and cheesy. Sorry, Dawn.
Okay. I'm working on the squishy, right?
Yeah.
This is my shit I'm working on.
I'm teasing you. But like when you look at the 2 of Wands and you're alone and you're looking out on this whole landscape, and when you're in the 10 of Cups, you're in your safe, happy place with your people. And like that was like my big takeaway when I made that final video. So it was that was like really, really big for me.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, really big.
Shopping break.
Okay, so I have literally not bought a deck. I can't tell you in how like it's been a hot minute since I'm like, I'm just gonna buy that. Like legit, it's on its way. It's coming.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I've ordered it. It's coming.
I feel like it counts. I don't know.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
You're right.
Here
you go. Thank you for your order.
Okay, you guys are all gonna have it. Marlena, are you gonna get it?
Oh my God, it's the Asher all over again.
It's the peer pressure. FOMO is real. FOMO is real. All right, let's roll. We're on round 8.
Oh, okay.
Roll, baby, roll.
8 to match the round number.
8,
I got a 2.
2,
15.
15.
I don't know where mine went. Oh my god.
Okay, stop it. Lost a roller. 8.
I thought I heard
Okay,
2 8s.
there's 2 8s. Do you want to do rollies for the hell of it? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure.
But you can. All right.
1, 2, 3
rollies.
18.
14.
18 and 14.
Yep.
Okay, so actually it did matter that time because now Lisa's high.
Woo! Oh shit.
Okay, who's low?
Who rolled a 2?
Me.
Okay.
All right, Marlena.
Yes.
What the fuck is up with the most disappointing tarot guidebook you've encountered so far?
Oh, that's good. I know it right away too. It's maybe a disappointing deck, but the guidebook is really disappointing too.
At least they match.
Yeah.
It's really bad
When they suck all across the board.
Sometimes they don't match.
It's the Mythos Tarot. The Mythos Tarot.
Oh.
So it's a Greek mythology.
That new one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically like the deck that matches my Greek mythology smut series. That's really what it is. Like it's fully like beautiful people, you know, very, I mean, and I thought it was going to be like a super fun deck. I mean, it's been okay so far this month, but the guidebook is really disappointing because it's like, I guess it's just in the whole creation of the thing that it's not, they didn't pick the deities based on the meaning of the tarot card. Like it becomes clear as you're reading the guidebook. At least this is the way I'm interpreting the guidebook, that like they're just supposed to be guides, like kind of like alongside that tarot card. That's the way it reads to me. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with that?
What the fuck is up with that?
That is one layer too many.
Because there are like literally like wind deities that are in the pentacle suit.
No.
That would make me
No.
And you
do your homework.
You know me, like I like try to be really like open-minded. I'm like, let this creator tell me what they're about, why they, you know, did this thing. And I'm like willing to like walk down that road with you. Like you take me on your journey with you, right? I don't like modified decks to like change them around to work for me necessarily. I'm like, let me see what you got for me. And this one, it was just like, it literally is, it's just a guide. Like, it's just like, here's this deity hanging out with you in the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I want to know why you connected this deity to the Ace of Pentacles.
Yeah,
like,
make it make sense.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty people deck is where
Yeah,
you're
it's a
at.
pretty
It's
people.
just a pretty
Yeah,
people.
and I have and I'm like, well, maybe I can just use this as an oracle deck, but like I have a better Greek mythology oracle deck. I have one.
So then you're good.
And can I say that's the same way as like, okay, if it's just a beautiful people deck, then let it be that.
Yeah.
Don't try to like put it in a box. What was the one that I was like, it's the pretty boy deck, but it was supposed to be like the body positive, whatever, but it was all
wasn't body
good-looking
positive
boys.
at all.
At
I
all.
remember the deck. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I remember that.
But anyway, it's stuff like that. It's like, then just let it be what it is. Don't
let it be what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all portrait. Like it's literally just like all portrait, and it's fun. And if I'm gonna like use that deck alongside reading my smut series, then I'm cool. But like I don't think I can take it seriously beyond that. And so that's what I found with like these different decks with the same topic, right? So like if I'm gonna deep dive, it could be whatever, Greek mythology, whatever thing. I need I have like that's like my fluffy one. That's the fluffy deck, and then there's some that are like more. They're real deep, much deeper for me. But yeah, that guidebook was a bummer. So I'm like not even read. It's not going. The guidebook is not happening. Yeah,
not happening.
What the fuck is up with your favorite tarot guidebook right now, Lisa?
Oh, right now. Well, I'll just tell you a favorite. As this one, and it's because this I think this stands out to me because I don't really like the deck that much, but this is so good. It's so good, and it's like out of print, so I'm sorry, I mean, but when I tell you, like, this is the Wild Messengers Alchemical Tarot Guidebook. This is probably the best, hands down, like the best tarot guidebook I've probably ever encountered, for the sake that I feel like it's got so much value with or without its deck. Like, I don't know that I can say that about a lot of tarot guidebooks, but like it's got alchemy in here. The advice it gives is so good. Like every entry gives you like an invocation where you're sort of getting advice from like this animal spirit kind of thing. But then it's got like all of this. I can't articulate it, so I'm not going to try too hard, but just trust me, it's really good. And there's a whole section in the back on like alchemy that breaks down alchemy into like just a few basic concepts that just makes it really super easy. Like it literally just breaks down like what is phase 2 disillusion, like what is another one, separation. So it goes through all the alchemical stages in the most succinct, easy to understand way ever, and it's just it's really
so
good.
It like stands alone without the deck. Like it's the book for you.
Yeah, in fact, I was given this by somebody who had an extra copy, and I literally worked with it with whatever deck I had for a long time, just like pulling card and then reading whatever the entry was, and I bonded with it that way. And then later I got the deck, and the deck is kind of like it's fine, like it's like all like galaxy outlines of animals, like it's not that exciting, like it's this kind of stuff, right? And then I went through with a Sharpie and like literally took little quotes out of the guidebook and wrote them all over the cards in the white space.
Smart.
So that I could work with the guidebook energy with the deck. But the deck is for the guidebook. It's not that the guidebook is for the deck, you know? It's really good. I hope they reprint this someday, whether or not they update the art or whatever. I know they were talking about doing something different with the art, but then they kind of fell off the map. They actually reached out for feedback and we talked about it and they said they were going to, but then I haven't seen anything from them in like a good year or two. So I don't know, but it's really good.
All right, are we ready to roll again? We're down to 9.
Woo!
9. Rolling.
3.
9.
2, 12, 15,
9.
9.
No pressure. I'm just dying.
It's the last question. No pressure.
I gonna. Oh, what?
Love you.
Danny. What? Okay, so Danny, what is a study that you abandon or put on hold for now? What the fuck is up with that?
Oh,
I feel like
damn.
it's appropriate. I'm asking you this.
I know. I really do find that this is very
I
appropriate.
put my
Oh my
teacher
god.
voice on. What?
Like, there's so many things that I'm just like, I'm fun. Bye.
Do your homework, Danny.
Oh my god. Something that I recently abandoned. Okay. Let me think about this for a second.
Did you get through Thoth?
Well, that's what I was literally thinking about, because like I poured a lot. That is my answer, because I poured a lot of time and energy going through most of my thought studies.
Yeah.
But then like I got to a certain point and I was like, tomorrow. You know what? Listen, when I'm feeling it, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. And like, ask me when the last time I used that was. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. But man, I spent so much time and energy. I'm like, dude, that was so dumb. Just finish.
Yeah.
But
I could probably go back to the text thread and see where
we both fell off right there. She was
You're like,
gone.
True.
Done.
yeah. It's relatable. So relatable.
Oh my gosh. So what the fuck is up with what you're currently studying?
Yeah, this will be fast because I've been talking about this nonstop for the last like 4 months. Greek mythology. So yeah, I have like literally every video I've done in the last 4 months is about Greek mythology. So I'm reading decks, watching movies, listening to podcasts. It's like a real, like these girls being obsessed.
I love
with
a
their
hyperfixation.
game. I'm in
day.
deep. I'm in deep with Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Everything.
We can't relate to that at all.
Yeah.
No, no idea.
Yeah. If there
Like
was a
I don't
Hermes
listen to true crime
character, I'd be in
legitimately
on that
every
game.
day.
I love true crime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hyperfixation is where it's at. I'm always for it.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Thank you all
so
for like
much
coming
fun,
and
y'all.
hanging out. So we're gonna do it again.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it again next month, and we'll have more questions and more. What the fuck is up with that?
I can't wait.
Yay.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We will be back next month with another play of What the Fuck is Up with That. In the meantime, if you are not subscribed to all of these wonderful channels, go check them out. Links in the description box below.